Mr. Investor Lot, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be talking about ExOne ExOne. So I wanted to cover this stock today because there's a lot of good news coming out about this stock, but still the stock is dropping like a hotcake, baby. It's dropping out the sky. People are saying that the market crash could be here, this and that, but as long as you have some cash on the side and you're in some good stocks, like for me, I'm not worried personally. This is not financial advice, baby. I can't give it to you. I'm just a retail investor here in London. So we've seen this stock, it popped all the way up to like $66, and since then it's just completely dropped down nice and low. Drop it at the flow. And for me, I'm taking this opportunity. If it continues to go down, I'll continue to buy because my average price is actually $44, and if I can get it cheaper, I'll be quite happy actually. By the way, guys, if you don't know who ExOne is, make sure you click on this video right up here. It's just an explainer video. It will show you exactly what that stock is. And if you're new around here, my name is Miguel. We look for some juicy growth stocks. We want a 10x, 20x, 50x our money. If you're able to support my channel, just click join. You can join any tier of membership, but if you're unable to join, just you hitting like and clicking subscribe on this video is enough for me. Welcome to the family. I love y'all. So actually, I'm quite surprised that the stock is dropping this low. I know we had a quick run up, it's been exploding, and at the beginning of the year you could see it was $3.55. So it's been a Mazzolini. For some people, they've like over 20x their money when it hit 66. So now, all of that being said, ExOne is actually releasing good news after good news. They've got new machines, they've actually got nice partnerships in place, but they've also just announced that they've won a contract. And again, it's another research and development contract, and this time it's with the Department of Defense. So basically the deal with this contract is they want to build a 3D printing factory within a shipping container for the Department of Defense. So the money that they're giving aside, it's been granted to them. As you can see here, it's one of the Pennsylvania-based metal 3D printing company's largest government contracts. 1.6 million isn't a lot of money, but in the long run, they're going to be seeing so much more money and bigger contracts than this. So what's really interesting is, if you guys have been following me from NNDM, you'll see that I actually found the government document a long time ago showing how useful 3D printing and additive manufacturing is for the Department of Defense. And they're looking to repair a lot of their vehicles, and they're spending way too much money on repairs and maintenance. So this is where ExOne comes in, and as you can see here, they want to basically have this kind of service at the front line. It's basically a way for troops to fabricate broken and missing parts where and when they need them the most. As you can see here, Department of Defense, NASA, and you've got the DoE as well, baby. So the CEO basically said, sometimes people talk about disrupting the supply chain and getting decentralized manufacturing. This is decentralized and forward deployed, if you will, be it an emergency, a humanitarian mission, or front lines for a warfighter. The money from the grant will specifically go towards research and development and building the first unit. So this is research and development, but if they're actually able to create these metal shipping containers, the actual order will be crazy. There's so much money that the Department of Defense has for this kind of technology, and I'm going to show you the exact file that you need to look at. So I want you guys to be able to see this, right? So check this out. All you have to do is type in 3D opportunity in the Department of Defense, and you'll be able to see this exact document. This document right here was what got me onto Nano Dimension and thinking, we've got, you know, some deals in place with governments and with militaries across the world. What if we're able to 3D print electronics as well for these kinds of guys? As you can see, if they're building out shipping containers where they can have 3D printing facilities, this document explains exactly how important ExOne is going to be, and maybe Nano Dimension too, for Department of Defense and lots of military and governments around the world on the front line particularly. So I found a few of these documents, and here in the introduction alone, we'll just run through the kind of Department of Defense, how much maintenance they have to do and repairs. So here we'll talk all the way back into 2011. The Department of Defense's total obligation authority was more than 650 billion. Of that, $284 billion, 44% of it was used for operations and maintenance. Not surprising given the number of systems the Department of Defense supports. So here we have 327,000 tactical vehicles, 40,300 combat vehicles, almost 14,000 aircrafts, almost 900 strategic missiles, 275 massive ships. And the reason why I also said that Nano Dimension is important here, because you can see here, when we were looking at the radio frequency, I think chips, or it was antennas or something like that, you can see here communications and electronic equipment, support equipment, and many other systems. So not only will they be making money from, say if they get a government contract for the shipping containers and they build out these small like 3D printing factories inside the shipping containers. If you see here, the Vice Admiral Philip Collum, he was saying that it is my strong belief that 3D printing and advanced manufacturing are breakthrough technologies for our maintenance and logistics functions in the future. We can gain new capabilities to make rapid repairs, print tools and parts where we will need them, carry fewer spare parts, and ultimately transform our maritime maintenance and logistics supply chain. So like I said here, most of the money comes not only from just creating these machines and letting them have the machine, but also from the material costs of the ink. So when you're printing, when you're creating these composites, these kind of powders, and creating and getting weapon system made, electronic parts made, maintenance parts made, ExOne and Nano Dimension are literally accruing so much money in just the ink system. So imagine if they continue to print and maintain vehicles and they spend billions on that every year. That could be cash money for a long time. When governments around the world put their money into military and defense, they don't mess around. They allocate so much cash. Also, defense, one of the big problems they face is that when you're on the front line and something breaks in some of your equipment, you need to repair that rapidly, because if you don't move your fleet or if you lose communications, whatever component breaks, you need to be able to fix that ASAP. And sometimes you will not be able to fix it because the spare parts are going to be at the base or you've run out of spare parts. So literally having a 3D printer in the back of your car like this could be insane. Imagine if they have crates on the back here, they've got their military convoys, something breaks down, a component they need to repair, and they can put the digital file in, click print, and then boom, bada boom, it's done. So when people see that it's only a measly like $1.6 million, this is just a grant. This here it says DoD contract, but here you can see they've granted this money just for research. So this is more of like a research grant. The money from the grant will specifically go towards research and development and building the first unit. So once the first unit is built out, we're going to be able to sell not only this, shipping crating system, but all of the 3D printing, scanning. We're going to be able to sell every single component in here. So you can see here 3D scanning and prep station, ruggedized metal and ceramic binder, jet 3D printer, the curing oven, the fiber reinforced 3D printer, and the compression molding station. Next, let's take a look at their other research and development contracts that they have that could turn into mass manufacturing contracts in the future. Baby, they took my face away, baby. Oh no. As you can see here, this is ExOne's investor presentation, and they have growing research and development contract business. So on the left here, you can see they've worked with the US Air Force Research Laboratory. They created novel steel with them, so they were trying to create a high strength steel. They also worked with the US Missile Defense Agency for refractory metals, so they wanted to create hypersonic thermal management structures. And they've worked with the US Department of Energy, the DOE, for ceramic heat exchangers. We also saw this strategic partnership with Rapidia. They were exploring and entering into bound metal printing, new furnace, technical team expansion, and expanded reoccurring revenue by partnering up with these guys. Effectively, this Rapidia strategic partnership is just to have this kind of in-house office version of this printer. But this partnership also expands their customer base. And you can see here they have new market growth, they have increased penetration with the same markets as well, and they have steady growth. So we're talking about executing reoccurring revenue growth as they have a diverse material range. As well, one of the things I wanted to show you in terms of when they do this research and development partnerships, if they come across creating a certain type of metal or certain type of material, such as creating this high strength steel, and what if this steel was able to become 20% stronger? Now, to have those kinds of desirable qualities, it could be really good for certain industries. So if we see here, ExOne has qualified more than 20 materials for its patented binder jetting process. And its binder jet 3D printing transforms powdered materials, metal, sand, or ceramic into dense and functional precision parts at high speeds. So guys, just to get a gist of it, when I see days like this, and this is not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor, I can't tell you when to buy or sell stock. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. When I see days like this, I love it. I love when I can average down and actually get below my price that I bought it for, especially in a company that I believe in and that I believe will have long-term growth in the future. Disruptive, baby. Lastly, I want to say thank you very much for watching, all of my bingo cowboys, my NNDM family, and now my ExOne family. Welcome, baby. And if you enjoy videos like this and you want to support me, you can literally click the join here. You can get any single button. I'm actually working on some new emojis too, so everybody can use those emojis whenever you want to chat, drop some comments anytime. But if you're unable to join, just you hitting like and clicking subscribe on this video means the world to me. Also, on Saturday, we're going to be live streaming at 4 p.m. London time. I'm not sure where you are in the world because we have audiences in Korea, we have audiences in Canada and America. So shout out to everybody, all of my cowboys, and hopefully I'll see you in that live stream on Saturday. Mr. Investor over and out, baby.